Hello, come join me on my 340km bikepacking adventure in the West Country. For part 1 of this adventure, I'll be starting at Winchester Cathedral. From there I'll head towards the magnificent Salisbury Cathedral, where I relax cooking some food and flying my drone. Shortly afterwards I search for my first wild camp spot at the historic site of Old Sarum. The next day I head towards the historic site of Stonehenge, the most visited tourist attraction in the UK, before following the beautiful Canal towpath all the way to Bath, taking in all that Bath has to offer.
Hello, good afternoon. It's the 8th of July. I'm at Winchester by the King Alfred statue. You can see that behind me. I'm just about to embark on a 750-mile epic bikepacking tour of the southwest of England. Starting at Winchester, but I'm going to head towards the coast. First of all, I'll be heading towards Bath. I'll probably reach Stonehenge by tonight, and then from Bath I'll be heading towards Minehead. From there I'll stick to the coast through Somerset, Dorset, Devon and Cornwall, and do a loop of the southwest coast. On the way back I will be hopefully camping out, or at least passing through Dartmoor and traversing through the New Forest. So it should be epic. It's going to be a hard one. It's a little bit on the hot side this next week or two, so I think I will stick to the coast and hopefully it'll be a bit cooler.
Winchester Cathedral is one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in Northern Europe and the longest in overall length. The building shows the development of the architectural building styles from the dramatic Norman work of the transepts right through to the late Perpendicular Gothic work in the East End.
Hi, I'm about 8 miles in now. I've left Winchester behind. There's an absolutely massive hill getting out of Winchester, but that's behind me now. I think this route's going to be quite hilly. According to my Garmin, there's 16,000 meters of ascent over 750 miles, so hopefully if I spread that out over a couple of weeks it shouldn't be too bad, but I'm sure there'll be some killer days in there somewhere. But yeah, it's already quite a little bit hilly, and this is meant to be the flat part in Hampshire. And by the time I get to Devon and Cornwall, it's going to be hills galore. Okay, just stop. These hills are already killing me. One of the reasons I've chosen this trip is not because of the hills, although it does add to the fun in a type 2 kind of way. I was trying to explain before that I was going to do the Rebellion Way, but after doing the Wolf Way in Suffolk, I decided that that route was going to be too similar. And taking on board the conditions, I considered doing the Yorkshire Divide but it's going to hit about 30 degrees this weekend. It's still going to be warm here as well, but hopefully I'll be by the coast by that point, but on the Devon coast, somewhere near Minehead in a few days' time. And well, that was a bit sad. Apparently a cyclist died at that spot. I thought it might be something celebrating the Tour de France or something, but no. It's make you realise how vulnerable we are as cyclists though. Even on these quiet roads, you have to have your wits about you. So far so good, but you just never know what's around the corner, do you? So it's my first bit of off-road now. Done about 10 miles altogether, so a long way to go. But it's nice to do some off-road. This route has been planned on commute by myself, and it's mainly on the road, to be honest. So I did put it in mountain bike mode to try and get as much gravel and off-road as possible. So I think I've got about 15%, which is still a decent amount, but yeah, I've got to put up with those cars a bit on this route, but I'm sure there'll be plenty to see along the way. One of the reasons I bought my hardtail mountain bike is so that I've got good gearing for the hills. I don't really need it that much for the surfaces. A gravel bike will suffice, but some good gearing in Devon and Cornwall is a must, really, from my experience. Just approaching Salisbury Cathedral. Hello, it's 8 o'clock in the evening and I didn't make it to Stonehenge, unfortunately. But guess what? Instead I'm at Salisbury Cathedral, which is absolutely epic. Hopefully you can see that behind me. Hopefully I can get a better shot in a moment with the drone, but it's absolutely amazing. In the commute description, it said that it was the best cathedral in the country, if not the world, and I thought, yeah, a bit of marketing hype. But when you see it for real, close up, it really is something special. So I'm going to have to head off for camp shortly. I'm not going to make it to Stonehenge, but I will pass Stonehenge in the morning, so hopefully I can take a few close-up shots as I pass by first thing in the morning at dusk, so look forward to that.
Salisbury Cathedral is one of the most magnificent churches in the UK, if not the world. Built between 1220 and 1258, the cathedral's intricate main body took a whopping 38 years to complete. Standing at 123 metres, its spire is the highest in the UK. You can also visit the finest surviving original copies of the Magna Carta and one of the world's oldest clocks. Salisbury Cathedral, formerly the Cathedral Church of the Blessed Virgin Mary, is an Anglican cathedral in the city of Salisbury. The cathedral is regarded as one of the leading examples of English Gothic design. Salisbury became the seat of a bishop in 1075. At the time, the city was at the now abandoned site of Old Sarum, on a hill about 2 miles north of the present-day cathedral. Old Sarum Cathedral was built in the years after and was consecrated in 1092. Old Sarum is one of the most enthralling and historically important sites in southern England. Uniquely, it combines a medieval royal castle and a cathedral within an Iron Age fortification, and for 150 years was a major centre of both secular and ecclesiastical government. Neither castle nor cathedral was occupied for long. In 1226, the cathedral was moved to nearby Salisbury. Although the castle remained an administrative centre into the 14th century, Old Sarum lived on, however, as a notorious rotten borough, which was continued to elect members of Parliament until 1832. Good morning, it's day 2. Sorry I didn't get time to report in last night. I arrived as it was getting dark, about 9:45, so not really enough time for that. But you can see behind me there's a wonderful view of Salisbury Cathedral. Absolutely lovely view. It was a lovely cathedral, I must admit. This morning I'm going to head towards Stonehenge. I think I'm about 9 miles away from Stonehenge, so I hope to catch Stonehenge on the way to Bath, which I'll arrive there later on this afternoon. It's going to be a hot one today, so it's going to be a bit hot and sweaty, uphill to begin with, and then the last part of the journey is downhill towards Bath, so I'm looking forward to that part of it, because it was already a little bit hilly yesterday, especially compared with the Wolf Way, which was completely flat. So this is going to be a much hillier ride, so you'll be hearing about that quite a lot. Okay, that's all for now. Hello, I just thought I'd mention my bike and my gear very briefly. I'm riding a hardtail 100mm travel mountain bike for this trip. Most of the trip will be on the road, but there are some gravel sections, probably over 100 miles of that, so I brought it along for comfort and for the mountain bike gearing, which will come in useful for Devon and Cornwall, I think. Time will tell, I'll let you know how I get on with that. So I've got some of the relatively new tailfin panniers, which I find really good. Speaking to some bike packers yesterday about that. They are very stable, very easy to pack, very waterproof, although I haven't fully tested them in the rain yet. And yeah, really pleased with those. So there's a new version out apparently, so there might be an even better version of those. They are a bit pricey though, beware. So yeah, apart from that, I've got a dynamo hub
which they no longer make anymore, but it's a pedal cell from America. They went out of business. Bit of a shame, because it's a very good dynamo. And yeah, you can see that's the bike I'm running for this trip. You can use a gravel bike, no problem, on this trip. Maybe even a road bike with some decent tread on the tyres. Okay, that. Morning.
This is just a lovely commute, so I've been doing this for years.
This is your commute to work then?
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it?
7 miles in, 7 miles back, and it just keeps me together.
Are you going towards Stonehenge, or?
I head up along this path here.
So you'd like to get into bikepacking?
Yeah. There's a chap I used to work with who was big on it. He's done the American races on at the moment. The Central America, going through Central America, Rocky Mountains and that.
Wow, well, the Great Divide.
Great Divide, that's it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'd like to do that one.
what got you into it?
Some Spanish guys got me into it actually. I did a ride in Spain about 10 years ago, which progressed into crossing the Pyrenees, and then I thought, oh, this is just epic.
Yeah.
But back then I wasn't filming anything, and the drones were much bigger,
Okay.
so it wasn't really practical. You don't need a drone to film, by the way. You can just do it all on your phone if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I like to get Salisbury Cathedral yesterday was absolutely epic.
Right.
I took the drone up there and did a circle, and I've just been to Old Sarum.
Yeah.
I camped at Old Sarum.
Okay.
Probably not supposed to, but I did.
And stayed up there.
Yeah.
Campsite down the road from.
Not at the campsite, no.
That's what
Wild camping.
asked.
Yeah, wild camping.
Out somewhere, do you?
Yeah, no, it's a bit naughty, but.
Well, that's the trouble, but that's only. You know, you're not doing anything.
You have to take some small risks, and the worst that can happen is somebody will say you'll have to move on, mate. But there's no.
Yeah, that happened.
Not really, no. To be honest, I don't pitch up until.
Getting dusky.
Yeah. Some people say, oh, what about having a shower and stuff like that? You know, you've got to put up with a few things. So.
Oh yeah. That's a big phase oil.
No.
Yeah, it's just making that jumping.
That leap, yeah. I'll be staying at the odd campsite. I'll probably have a couple of rest days because it's going to take me a couple of weeks. So
yeah.
I'll take a
You always go out on your own, do you? Or?
Mainly,
Yeah, I prefer my own company with this.
Yeah.
I mean, your own pace, you do your own thing.
I think doing your own pace, everybody's got their own pace. So it's, and people have got different ideas how they want to do it, you know. So some people just want to get drunk every night. I'm not into that. So I've planned this route myself. So I go off-road as much as I can.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Yeah. Good morning, it's 9:15 and as you can see from just behind me I've made it to Stonehenge. I did want to come here last night but never mind, I was still at a really cool place at Old Sarum, not far from Salisbury, so on the outskirts of Salisbury, which was really nice as well. That was I'm going to have to look into the details of that one. So yeah, I think Stonehenge, everybody knows it, so the most visited tourist attraction in the country, I think. There's hardly anybody here yet. I think it opens at 9:30. There's a public byway which I've cycled through, but I'm not allowed to put the drone up in this section, so I might see whether I can pop over to the main road and do a little bit of drone footage as well. That would be cool. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous day. I slept quite well, got a full 7 hours, feeling quite good. I'm going to have some porridge shortly and then head towards Bath. Okay, that's all for now. See.
Stonehenge is a prehistoric monument in Wiltshire, built in several stages between approximately 3100 BC and 1600 BC. The most iconic part, the stone circle, was erected in the late Neolithic period, around 2500 BC. It is one of the most famous and enigmatic prehistoric sites in the world.
Morning, it's 11:20 on day 2 and guess what, I've got a puncture. So sealant was flying out of the back wheel. I thought it might seal itself but it didn't, so I'm going to try and fix it now. I just tried to pump it up and the valve came out, so yeah, it's turning into a little operation. Let's see how we get on. I've got inner tubes if I need them, but hopefully I can reseal it and get on my way. Okay. Just tightening the valve core because that came out. It must have been slightly loose when the pump was connected. And then I'll attempt to get some air back in. And then it's a question of will it seal or not. Well, it's nearly an hour later and I've had fun and games with the tyre. It just wouldn't seal with the sealant, so I've put a dyno plug in now and fingers crossed it will work, but there might not be much sealant left in there to seal the dyno plug, so it could be an inner tube job still, so fingers crossed. Okay, wish me luck. Impact area, keep closed. Well, my route's blocked at the moment in this military area, so definitely not going in there. Could get into a lot of trouble, could get blown up even. So I'm going to take the path over to the left here, and hopefully that will take me to the next main road and I can get on my way. So far my puncture's holding up, so fingers crossed. It's only been 10 minutes, but so far so good.
The Salisbury Plain Military Training Area in Wiltshire is a large area used for live firing and other military training activities. It is the largest military training area in the UK, covering over 94,000 acres. Live firing occurs around 340 days a year, and the area is used by the regular Army, the Army Reserve, cadets and NATO allies.
Hi, it's about 4 o'clock on day 2. I'm heading towards Bradford-on-Avon now. I left the Ridgeway some time ago. The puncture seems fine now. I actually managed to fix it with a dyno plug, which is the first time I've used one, to be honest, but it came in handy. So still running tubeless. Lost quite a lot of sealant though, so we'll see how we get on. Hopefully no more punctures. And yeah, I lost quite a lot of time. Also on the Ridgeway I got effectively blocked on my route by the military firing range, who sent me back to where I started, so probably lost a couple of hours all in all, but that's how it goes sometimes. Maybe next time I'll go around that bit, but yeah, okay, I will probably report in from Bradford-upon-Avon. Speak soon, bye. Thank you. Well, I've just been to Bradford-upon-Avon and it was a nice place, but far too much traffic for my liking, so I didn't hang around there. I would have liked it if there was a nice quiet spot. Just bought a can of drink from the shop. I'll try and find another spot somewhere in the shade. It's absolutely boiling today. I think it's going to be a really hot week, but with a little bit of luck, by the time I get to the coast, the Somerset Dorset coast, it should start to cool off a little bit compared with the rest of the country. That's one of the main reasons I'm doing this route, but it might be wishful thinking, because thus far I've been sweating buckets. So it's saying that at night it's a nice temperature, probably nicer than where you are at home right now, but yep, just made the most of it. I'm travelling along the Canal tow path all the way up to Bath at the moment, so I'm looking forward to seeing Bath. I've been there 2 or 3 times, but yeah, it's a lovely place as well. Okay, that's all for now. Oh, yep. Hello. Well, I found a quiet spot in the shade, just outside Bradford-upon-Avon. Just got a little bit lost trying to get from one side of the canal to the other, but sorted it out in the end. And what stunning views between Bradford-upon-Avon and Bath on the canal towpath. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Going to head towards Bath. It's probably about 7 or 8 miles now, and looking forward to doing some nice filming in Bath. It's very historic, as you all know. And then from there I'll head on to find a camp spot and see how that goes. Absolutely boiling today, but hopefully in the next few hours it'll be cooling down, so can't complain. See you later. Bye. Sorry. Have you come far or?
Well, I've come from Bradford today,
Oh, okay.
and but I've cycled from here to Bradford and Avon,
Yeah,
and then back again.
sure. It's lovely, isn't it? Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it's not a bad little run, really.
It's a shame there's so much hedge because some of the views over that way are really nice. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Yeah,
This was always called Somerset Strip, and there was
really.
never any hedge.
Yeah.
Like a tiny little, and you get the sun all. You got a proper cycle tour. How far have you come today?
Well, I'm doing about 60 miles today. So yeah. So I had a puncture at one point, so I lost an hour fixing that because I'm tubeless, so all the sealant was squirting out. And then I was going through the Salisbury firing range, and they had the red flags up, so they sent me back. So I lost a couple of hours just messing around like that.
Where have you come from then today?
Not far from Salisbury. Yeah, I was at the cathedral last night.
Okay.
That was pretty special. Yeah. I read on Canal that it was the best cathedral in the country, if not the world, and I thought, nah, it can't be that good. But yeah, when you see it, it's it's pretty spectacular. Yeah. So. Hi, still on the canal, not too far to go now, about less than 3 miles to Bath, done about 50 miles. It's cooling off a little bit. I've just been to a church to get some water supplies, so fully replenished on that front. My water was warming up, so it's pretty disgusting to drink, but got some nice fresh water now. So yeah, this canal is a lovely canal, I must admit. It's the first time I've been on it. So many canal boats. It's quite a lifestyle choice for a lot of people, I think. I've just been past one boat, and they had some goats by the side of the boat, so I haven't seen that before. I'm not quite sure why they need so many goats, but maybe they're just there for pets, but interesting to see anyway. Okay, I'm sure I'll report in at Bath. See you soon.
Bath's history is rich and spans from pre-Roman times to present day. It's known for its Roman baths and Georgian architecture, but also has significant historical roots as a spa town and a centre for high society. Archaeological evidence suggests human activity around the hot springs as far back as 8000 BC. The legendary Prince Bladud is said to have founded the city around the hot springs in 863. The Romans established Aquae Sulis, meaning waters of Sulis, in the 1st century AD, building a sophisticated bathing and temple complex around the hot springs. This included the Roman baths, a temple to Sulis Minerva, and other structures. The baths were renowned for their healing properties and attracted visitors from across Britain and Europe. In the post-Roman period, Bath was captured by the West Saxons in 577 after the Battle of Diorum, and the monastery was founded potentially in 675 and later came under the control of Mercia. The Anglo-Saxon poem, The Ruin, may describe the Roman site around this time. In the Georgian period, in the 18th and early 19th centuries, Bath became a fashionable spa town and a centre of social life, particularly for the upper classes. The city underwent significant architectural development during this period, with the creation of iconic landmarks like the Royal Crescent and the Circus. The novelist Jane Austen notably depicted Bath society in her works. Bath in the modern era. While the city's spa facilities declined in the 20th century, there has been a resurgence of interest in the spa culture, with the opening of the Thermobath Spa in 2006. Bath remains a popular tourist destination and is recognised as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
It's 8:30 in the evening and I'm just leaving Bath now. What an amazing place, brimming with history in every corner. Too many tourists for my liking, but you can't have everything. It was a lovely atmosphere in there, I must admit. Sun was out, everybody was having a great time, chilling out, and just a real feast for the eyes, as they say. So now the mission is to find somewhere to camp. Good news is it's light until about 9:45, if not 10, so plenty of time. Hopefully I'm hoping I can find something while the terrain's still reasonably flat, because I can see some massive hills in the background, so let's see how that goes. Okay, bye for now.
Well, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this bikepacking adventure in the West Country. I hope you will join me for part 2 of this adventure, where I leave Bath behind and head towards and traverse the spectacular Cheddar Gorge before reaching the amazing Wells Cathedral and the historic town of Glastonbury. I find a wild camping spot at a bird sanctuary whilst trying to sort out my never-ending puncture. The next day I head towards Minehead, negotiating the Quantock Hills in 30-degree heat, where I end up getting another puncture, but eventually arrive at my destination, Minehead, where I get my first view of the coastline.